Y'all, hold on to your edges, because what we're about to reveal might just flip the whole drill scene upside down. Word on the streets, and the DMs, is that Lil Durk and Asian Doll were allegedly entangled in a secret affair, while King Von was still alive. That's right, behind the scenes of rap's most talked about love triangles, there's a whole other story fans never saw coming. And trust, this tea is not lukewarm. It's boiling. Rumors have been swirling for months, but now receipts are starting to surface. Late-night texts, shady Instagram posts, cryptic lyrics, and even whispered confessions from people inside the OTF circle. And let's not even start with the subliminal tweets and IG lives that fans are putting together like a crime documentary. How deep did this alleged betrayal go? Was Von clueless the whole time? Or did he know and stay silent to protect someone? One thing's for sure, the streets are talking, and the rap world may never look at these three the same again. Stay tuned, because this messy saga has layers, and we're pulling them back one by one. You ready? Let's get into it. Everybody thought they knew the real story behind King Von, Lil Durk, and Asian Doll. Fans saw the loyalty, the music, the tattoos, the grief. But what if I told you there was a hidden chapter? One that never made it to the timeline until now. Behind all the tributes and loyalty tweets, there was a quiet storm brewing. One that could have shattered everything the public thought they knew. This ain't just rap beef. This is betrayal wrapped in loyalty, masked behind fame. It all starts with whispers, small things. Asian Doll posting cryptic tweets like, "Everybody fake, I swear I see it now." Just weeks before Von passed. Nobody paid it much mind. People thought she was just going through emotions. But then came the unseen details. Rumors that Durk and Asian had been getting real close behind the scenes, way before Von's death. Like, real close. According to a source who claims to have been backstage during OTF tour stops, Asian and Durk would disappear for 15 to 20 minutes during downtimes. Nothing confirmed, but when you hear that more than once from different places, it starts to sound less like hate and more like fact. But let's rewind. Back when Von was still alive, there were already tensions under the surface. See, Durk was Von's big homie, the one who brought him into the game, gave him the cosign, and made sure his name rang bells. But behind the loyalty and brotherhood, some say there was low-key competition. Both of them had street credibility, but as Von's fame skyrocketed, folks noticed Durk acting different. Like, he'd promote other artists heavy, but when it came to Von, it was more subtle. Asian noticed it too. And in private, she'd bring it up to Von, telling him, "Watch who you call your brother, not everybody want to see you win." Von didn't pay much attention at first. He trusted Durk. But those words stuck with him, especially when he started seeing comments under Asian's photos, heart emojis from Durk's burner account. Yeah, you heard that right. According to screenshots that surfaced later, Durk had a burner IG where he'd like and comment on Asian's pics, using initials that matched his tattoos. Fans brushed it off as stan accounts at the time, but insiders say it was him all along. And then came the Houston trip. Von was supposed to fly out with Asian to shoot a music video. Durk was in the same city for a club appearance. Asian tells Von she wants to go support Durk at his event first, then they can link up after. Von agrees, but tells her, "Don't be too friendly, you know how folks talk." She laughs it off. But later that night, Von calls her. No answer. 3 hours go by. Still no response. When she finally picks up, she says her phone died. But Von already saw her on live with Durk, smiling, laughing, sipping. And Durk had his hand on her shoulder. Von ain't say much that night, but those close to him said he was heated. One of his cousins said he punched a mirror in the hotel room and just kept repeating, "I knew it, bro, I knew it." Still, he didn't go public. He stayed cool. He even posted a pic with Durk the next day like everything was fine. But Asian said he started changing after that. More distance, less FaceTime calls. She thought he was just stressed, with music. But nah, it was deeper than that. After Von's death, Asian went into full mourning mode. posting pictures, crying on lives, getting his face tatted. Fans praised her for being loyal. But here's where things get even messier. Just 1 month after Von passed, Durk and Asian were both seen in Atlanta at the same recording studio. They claimed it was for music, but that night, paparazzi caught a blurry shot of a woman getting into Durk's black SUV, wearing the same hoodie Asian posted earlier that day. Coincidence? Maybe. But the next morning, Asian posted a selfie in what fans noticed was Durk's guest room. The background matched pics from his brother Dthang's birthday party. Now let's talk about the Twitter fingers. Asian tweeted, "Sometimes loyalty gets you played," and Durk liked it. Fans lost their minds. Blogs picked it up. Durk and Asian might be linking up behind the scenes, one headline read. But then Durk's team denied everything, saying, "They just cool, no story here." Asian stayed quiet, but her eyes were saying everything. You'll know that look she gives on live when she wants to say something but won't. Yeah, that one. One of Von's close homies, who we'll call M. For now, couldn't take it no more. He went live one night, eyes bloodshot, sipping Henny straight from the bottle. "You're fake," he said. "Everybody talking loyalty, but they was plotting the whole time. Shorty was sneaky. And that other dude? You know who you is. That's why Von stopped trusting y'all. He peeped it. He told me." Fans clipped the live, and it went viral within hours. OTF fans started arguing in the comments. Some said it was lies. Others said they always felt weird energy. And that's where things really started unraveling. See? Asian had already been beefing with Von's other baby mamas. They accused her of faking loyalty for clout. But now, they had something new to throw at her. One of them posted, "Some of us knew what you was really doing in Atlanta. Keep that same energy off the internet." Asian clapped back, saying, "I don't owe nobody nothing. Von knew what it was." What does that even mean? People took it as confirmation. Like, was she saying Von knew about her and Durk? And remember, that cryptic verse Durk dropped in a feature around that time. "Kept it in the family, still got pain in my soul, loyalty a game, and they playing with the code." Fans froze. Blogs went crazy. The comments filled with snake emojis, and people tagging Asian doll under every post. Durk never confirmed who he was talking about, but the streets already made up their mind. But what no one expected was who would speak out next. Someone who had remained quiet this whole time. Someone people thought was just going to let it slide. Because just when fans thought the dust was starting to settle, Kayla B, King Von's sister, jumped into the mix. And when Kayla talks, oh, it gets messy. She don't hold back, and this time was no different. She went live on Instagram, pacing back and forth in her room, finger pointed straight at the camera. "I've been quiet long enough," she said. "Everybody talking about loyalty, but let's really talk about what was going on behind the scenes. You're not gonna play in my brother's face like he dumb." She didn't drop names at first, but the message was clear. She talked about someone being at all the family events pretending like she cared, while sneaking behind Von's back. She said, "My brother ain't stupid. He told me himself he ain't trusted. He saw how certain people moved when he wasn't around. The little eye contact, the quick texts. You think he ain't peeped that?" The live blew up. Within an hour, thousands of comments were flying. She talking about Asian. Kayla knows some. Durk a snake. The streets were in full investigator mode, connecting screenshots and pulling up old clips like it was a Netflix documentary. One fan even dug up an old OTF vlog where Asian and Durk sat next to each other on a tour bus, and Durk leaned in and whispered something that made her blush. Back then, it seemed innocent. Now, everybody looking at it different. But Kayla wasn't done. She posted a tweet that night saying, "I on care who mad. If my brother was here, y'all wouldn't be playing with him like this." Then she liked a tweet that said, "Imagine your own homie trying to slide on your girl while you were alive." Fans were floored. The energy shifted. People who once defended Durk and Asians started switching sides. Even some die-hard supporters began saying, This ain't looking good at all. But of course, Asian wasn't staying silent. She hopped on live the next morning, face bare, bonnet on, voice shaking. "I ain't got time for this internet shit," she started. "I loved that, man. I still love him. Y'all don't know what we went through. You think I'd disrespect Von like that? You all got me messed up." She denied everything, said her and Durk were just cool on some music shit, claimed people were trying to twist narratives and play games with her name. But in the comments, fans weren't convinced. Why the same hoodie though? Why Durk liking your tweets? Why Kayla mad? Questions kept pouring in. Asian started getting emotional. "I gave that man my heart. I lost sleep. I lost weight. I lost myself when Von died. So don't sit here and try to paint me like no backdoor bitch." The next twist? Someone from Durk's own team reached out to a blog behind the scenes. Not gonna say who, but let's just call them Source X. Source X said, "Look, it wasn't supposed to get that far. Durk and Asian was vibing, but Von ain't know the full story. He suspected, but nobody came clean. And after Von died, they started seeing each other. More, but off the grid. They ain't want to disrespect his name publicly." So basically, the source confirmed what everybody feared, that Durk and Asian did have a connection, emotional or physical, but tried to keep it under wraps after Von passed to avoid backlash. But now the truth was spilling out whether they liked it or not, and fans weren't having it. TikTok blew up with videos dissecting every interaction between Asian and Durk. One clip from Von's funeral resurfaced, where Durk walked past Asian and didn't look her in the eye. Back then, people thought he was just grieving. Now they were like, "Nah, he avoiding eye contact, 'cause he guilty." Even OTEF affiliates started acting different. Durk's usual crew went quiet. No one posted him for days. One of the OTF producers tweeted, "Loyalty ain't what it used to be," then deleted it an hour later. The drama was starting to bleed into Durk's own camp, and then Asian posted a bombshell, a blurry pic of a tattoo. The initials LD. She didn't tag nobody, didn't explain. Just posted it with the caption, "Silent loyalty." Fans lost it. Was it real? Was it old? Was it even about Lil Durk? Nobody knew for sure. But the timing? Crazy. People started speculating maybe this wasn't just a fling. Maybe Asian caught feelings. And maybe Durk did too. After all, he'd been through his own heartbreak with India, and with Von gone, maybe he found comfort where he wasn't supposed to. Emotional grief can make people do wild things. That's what some fans said. Others, they said Durk broke the code, plain and simple. But wait, because it gets even wilder. Remember Von's cousin, who went live before? He came back on and said he had proof. Claimed he had voicemails of Von talking about Durk and Asian, and that Von had plans to confront them both before he died. He said, "Von wasn't no dummy. He kept everything. Messages, voicemails, receipts. He knew something wasn't right. And when y'all hear what he said in his own voice, y'all gonna feel different." Blogs started scrambling. DMs flooded in. Everyone wanted those recordings. Fans begged him to leak them. He teased it for a couple days, saying, "Soon," but never dropped it. Some said he was scared. Others said Durk paid him to keep it quiet. Nobody knows for sure. And through all this chaos, Lil Durk, completely silent. No tweets, no lives, no IG stories. He ghosted the internet. And you know when Durk goes quiet, something big is either brewing or breaking down. Fans watched his page like hawks, waiting for any hint of movement. Some said he was cooking a diss track. Others said he was lawyering up. But the silence just made things louder. And just when it felt like everything had already exploded, a new name got pulled into the drama. Someone no one expected. Because just when fans thought they had figured out the whole triangle between Lil Durk, Asian Doll, and King Von, India Royale, yes, India, Durk's ex and mother of his child, jumped in with a move that caught everybody off guard. It all started with a tweet, simple, cold, but loud as hell. She wrote, "You're worried about the wrong girl." No tag, no emojis, nothing else. But fans knew exactly what she meant. And just like that, the storyline flipped again. See, India had been quiet through most of this drama. She and Durk had broken up months earlier, with cheating rumors swirling but never confirmed. She was focusing on her brand, staying out the mix, until now. And the timing, suspicious, because that tweet dropped right after Asian posted that blurry LD tattoo and that silent loyalty caption. Blogs instantly pounced. Headlines like India Royale shades Asian doll in cryptic tweet popped up everywhere. Fans ran wild, with theories. Some claimed India always knew about Durk and Asian. Others thought she just found out and was hurt. But the one thing everyone agreed on. Her silence was over, and her voice was dangerous. What came next? Even messier, an old friend of India's, who used to work on her makeup line, did an interview with a smaller blog channel and spilled tea that no one was ready for. According to her, India found flirty messages between Durk and someone saved in his phone as A2. And guess what? That was months before Von passed. She never said who A2 was, but fans connected the dots. Asian doll. AD. No 2. Coincidence? Nah, not in this type of saga. The ex-friend even claimed that India had screenshots but chose not to expose them at the time because she didn't want to look messy. She just wanted to protect her peace and her daughter, she said, but she added, "Don't think she forgot. India got a memory like an elephant." And then, boom, Asian doll fired back. She went live and said, "Why my name always in people mouth who not even with him no more? Like, what you mad at me for? I ain't the reason he stepped out." Y'all, just want to blame somebody. Her tone, salty. She was pacing back and forth, lips tight, eyebrows raised. And that energy? Yeah, it felt personal. But that's when things really snapped. Because fans unearthed a video clip from 2020 that most people forgot. A backstage moment after one of Durk's concerts. In the clip, Durk walks past India and Asian gives her this look. Not just any look. It was one of those side eyes, full of tension. Fans slowed it down, analyzed it like it was a court case. Shebeen didn't like her, one commenter wrote. They was competing from the start, and nobody noticed. That same day, Kayla B tweeted again. "So many fake women in this story, my brother deserved better." Then liked a post saying, "Asian ain't the only one who backdoored Von. This whole circle was dirty." What does that even mean? People were shook. Were there even more names involved? Meanwhile, Durk was still silent. No tweets, no likes, no appearances. It was like he vanished. But insiders said he was watching everything, even from a burner account. And that's when rumors started, flying that he was lawyering up, not for any legal drama, but to silence someone who was threatening to leak a certain voice memo that could change everything. Back to Von's cousin. Remember him? He resurfaced with another live, and this time he sounded scared. Different from before. He said, "I can't speak too much now. Just know Von ain't die blind. He peeped it all. If I disappear, y'all know why." Then he ended the live. The internet exploded. People started throwing out wild theories. Some said Durk sent hush money. Others said OTIF members were falling out internally. One fan even made a timeline thread on Twitter with over 10 million views, piecing together every move Durk and Asian made since 2019. From pictures, to stories, to likes, to flights, they mapped the whole thing like a crime scene. But then, a wild twist, NBA Youngboy, yes, Youngboy, posted a story that said, "Told y'all they was never loyal, from the jump," with a laughing emoji. And that's when fans lost their minds, because now it looked like ops were even chiming in, taking shots while Durk was down bad. Youngboy and Durk already had beef, but this felt different, more personal, more pointed. Youngboy's post stirred the pot so bad, bloggers started speculating that he might have known about the Asian-Durk connection before anyone. Some even theorized that one of his crew gave Von the heads up, fueling that anger Von had during his final days. And now, people started looking at Von's behavior differently. His lyrics, his tweets, his freestyles. Fans started decoding everything for hidden messages. One freestyle in particular caught attention where Von said, "Can't trust nobody, not even my dog. Seen him laughing with Shorty. Now I'm thinking it's fraud." People overlooked it back then. Now, they saying he was talking about Durk and Asian the whole time. The pieces were falling together, and the streets divided. Some fans started turning on Asian completely, calling her fake, disloyal, and opportunistic. Others blamed Durk for betraying a brother, saying, "Money don't make you real." Meanwhile, a growing wave of people said Von wasn't innocent either, and maybe this whole situation was full of blurred lines and toxic energy. Through all this, one voice stayed quiet. Until now. Because just as the internet reached peak chaos, someone dropped a leaked voice note, allegedly from King Von himself, talking about Durk. Because the moment the alleged voice note leaked, the internet broke. The file came from a burner account on X, no profile picture, 0 followers, no name. The caption simply said, "Von knew." Within minutes, it had over 3 million plays. The audio was grainy but raw. King Von's unmistakable voice came through. "I don't trust that Nicher bro. Durk moving funny around Shorty, like he knows she mine, but he keep calling her for lil shit. Like why you FaceTime her at 1 a.m? For what?" He paused, then added, "I ain't trying to trip, but I ain't stupid." The clip was barely 30 seconds long, but that was all it took. The blogs went crazy. "King Von's ghost speaks from the grave," one headline said. Fans reposted, the audio everywhere. Some cried, some got angry, and others just sat there in shock. Suddenly, it wasn't just a rumor. It wasn't just fan speculation. Von said it with his own mouth. And now everyone wanted answers. Was this the confrontation Von had planned? Was he going to sit down with Durk and Asian before he died? Was that why he had gotten distant in his last few weeks? Nobody knew for sure. But one thing was clear. Von knew something was off. Asian, again, went live. But this time, she was shaking. Her eyes were red. She looked like she hadn't slept. "I heard the audio," she said, voice trembling. "And all I'm gonna say is, it wasn't what you'll think. It was never on that type of time." But even as she said it, she looked down, avoiding eye contact with the camera. The comments were brutal. "You lying." He knew. Von deserved better, flooded her live. She ended it early, and Durk, still silent. Not a post, not a tweet, not even a story. Some people claimed he left Atlanta altogether and was holed up in a rented mansion outside the city. Others said he was in the studio working on a diss track to air everything out. But nothing surfaced. Then, another twist. A producer who used to work closely with OTF posted and deleted a message that said, "They thought the tape was gone. They forgot Von kept backups." Fans were shook. Wait, was there more? Was this voice note just one part of a bigger stash of receipts Von left behind? Suddenly people started asking, who has them? Who else did Von tell? And then, boom, a never-before-seen screenshot hit Twitter. It was a FaceTime log. King Von calling Durk. Missed. Then again. Answered. Timestamp? Just 3 days before Von died. And then, an outgoing message to Asian just 30 minutes later. Fans pieced it together. Von tried to confront both of them before his death. Whether it was coincidence or connected, the internet didn't care. They had made up their minds. He knew. They played him. Von died with a broken heart, became the new narrative. Kayla B came back to the internet and posted a single tweet. "I told you all." Meanwhile, OTF's pages started looking weird. Members unfollowed Asian. Others removed old posts with Durk. One affiliate even posted, "Ain't no loyalty in this game. It's all smoke and mirrors." Durk's empire, it was shaking from the inside, and India. She dropped a whole promo for her new lip gloss line that same day with the caption, "Let the clowns destroy each other. I'm good over here." Subtle shade or calculated timing, Fans didn't care. They ate it up, but now people wanted closure. This wasn't just gossip anymore. It felt like an unfinished movie. And then, without warning, Durk finally broke his silence. He posted a clip to his Instagram story, black screen, a soft beat playing in the background, and his voice rapping low. I gave my trust, they gave me pain. Now I walk alone in the rain, lost my brother, lost my soul, but secrets buried still remain. No caption, no tags, just that, just that. It was poetic, dark, vague, but full of meaning. Was he admitting guilt, expressing grief, or hinting that the truth was even deeper? And with that, a whole new wave of theories dropped. Some fans believed Asian wasn't the only one. Others claimed Durk had trust issues for years, and this wasn't even the first time something like this happened inside OTF. Bloggers went live for hours, debating every bar from the rap. Twitter threads hit over 100,000 retweets. The drama had legs, and then one final shockwave hit. A voicemail, allegedly from Asian Doll, was leaked. In it, she was crying. I swear to God I didn't mean for none of this to happen. I loved him, but Durk made me feel seen in a way Von didn't sometimes. But it wasn't supposed to go there. It just happened. When that leaked, the internet lost it. There it was. The confession. Emotional, raw, messy. It wasn't planned, but it happened. Von suspected it. Kayla tried to warn him. India saw the red flags. And Durk, well, he crossed the line. What started as a quiet rumor in comment sections became a full-blown love triangle explosion. One that left friendships broken, fan bases divided, and a legacy stained with betrayal. The last thing Asian posted before going, Ghost, was a black square with the caption, "I'm sorry." And just like that, silence. No more lives, no more tweets, no more shade. And now, all fans can do is wonder what could have been. What would Von have said if he had confronted them face to face? What would Durk say if he dropped a full song about the situation? Will Asian ever come clean on camera? So many questions. And that's where we end the story, until the next twist. And there you have it. From secret FaceTime calls to late-night studio sessions, from cryptic tweets to leaked voice notes, what started as quiet whispers behind the scenes became one of the messiest, most shocking love triangles the rap game has ever seen. Lil Durk, Asian Doll, and King Von. 3 names tied together by loyalty, betrayal, and heartbreak. And now, the internet's left with more questions than answers. Did Lil Durk truly break the code? Did Asian fall for both men at once? Did King Von die with a broken heart, knowing the people closest to him might have crossed the line? Or was all of this just rumors that spiraled out of control? And what about India, Kayla B, and the rest of OTF? What happens now, when the truth is out in the open and the fans are divided? One thing's for sure, nothing in this circle will ever be the same again. But now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Durk and Asian had a secret affair behind Von's back? Was Von aware the whole time, or did this betrayal blindside him? And what about those voicemails and that tattoo? Proof or just clout moves? Drop your thoughts in the comments. No holding back. We want to hear it all. Make sure you hit that like button if you made it this far. Subscribe for more exclusive drama just like this, and turn on notifications so you never miss another drop. Because trust, this ain't the last messy saga we're unpacking. And if you got receipts, theories, or your own inside tea, send it our way. We're watching everything. Until next time, stay messy, stay locked in, and stay woke. You heard it here first.